What would you do if I asked you to sing? Would you jump up and give it all you got? Or would you look for the nearest exit door with your stomach all tied up in knots? Unfortunately, in this culture, the latter is the most common answer to that question. Why is it, when asked to sing in front of others, we're overcome with fear? I have some theories based on years of working with singers and hearing stories of early misdirection in their lives. For instance, when I was in 4th grade, my choral teacher told me to mouth the words. Or I had a professor who said that some people have it and some don't. I have it, you don't. After that, it's as if we build an emotional ceiling over our vertical voices, our expressive melodic voices, the voices that we're brought into this world with. Roger Love, a best-selling author and vocal coach, is quoted as saying, "Your brain doesn't differentiate between singing and speaking, so why should you?" Now, I'm not here to make you professional singers. Like anything, on a professional level, it does take time, it takes effort, practice. But if through these concepts of reconnecting your vertical expressive voice to melody, using the sensations of words, inspires you to jump up at the next birthday party and lead everyone in song, then I think we've reached our goal. Now, we have our vertical voices with us all the time, but it seems as though we're becoming a society of mumblers. 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 And it might have something to do with how we communicate today. Texts, email, or how we consume music, earbuds, video screens, all inward. That childlike vertical voice of expression is covered by that emotional ceiling. But we can retract that ceiling. The other day I was in my backyard and I overheard a young girl in the adjoining yard on an imaginary cell phone trying to get the attention of an imaginary person on the other end. Hello? Hello? Hello! Vertical, unafraid, fearless. Now we, as adults, we have our vertical voices all the time. How about at a game? Go, team, go! Go, team, go! Go, team, go! Or, when the neighbor brings over a brand new puppy, oh, look at the puppy. How about the intonation of frustration? I can't believe I dropped the cell phone in the toilet again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, life is a pitch. Pitch. Now earlier I said in our culture, most people are fearful of singing in front of others, but that's not necessarily true in other cultures around the world. I had the amazing opportunity to visit South Africa a couple of years ago. And at the end of our tour, we entered the poorest and smallest town of all, named Umtata in the mountains. The event was at a church, and when we got to the venue, there was a sound coming out of the doors like I had never heard before. Hundreds of people lifting their voices in joyful expression. It was a sound like I never heard before. After the event, we had lunch with the pastor. And I said, Pastor, in our country, when you ask someone to sing, most often the response is, "Oh, you don't want to hear me," or "I don't sing." And he leaned over and looked at me with all sincerity and said, "Do they not breathe in your country?" True story. But how do we get there? A great teacher of mine, the late, great Todd Buffa, once said, when we problem solve, we need to look at solving problems in a spherical way. If it doesn't work this way, we'll look up. How about down from the top? How about up from this angle? Now, because I'm an interpreter of lyric in song, I like to think of singing as words with melody rather than melody with words. Because words have rhythm, 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 words have music, words have rhythm, words have music. Who could ask for anything more? Or how about greeting a beautiful morning? Walking out on your front porch, sun is coming up. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. Vertical. Words also have sensation. Take 2 fingers, blow on them. I can see you. Take 2 fingers, blow on them. Blow on them again. And again. Now, using these words, see if you can expel the same amount of air on your fingers. The best things in life aren't things. The best things in life aren't things. Again, the best things in life aren't things. Now add pitch. The best things in life aren't things. There you go. Think of sensation before pronunciation. What parts of the words blow? Dig, pop, buzz. I've heard it said that the sound of the vowels is the sound of the individual, but the consonants, the sound of the heart. Also, through my years of working with singers, I have discovered that desperation is the mother of invention. While teaching at a jazz camp a few years ago, a group of people whose ages range from 18 to 78. Inconsistencies in age, vocal background, ranges, there was one consistent trait. I couldn't understand a word they were singing. So I went into survival mode. I said, okay, next time you sing your song, no lips. Not many people welcomed that concept initially, but those that did found that if you can apply breath to sensation and kind of bypass some of the large moving parts, the accessibility of the vertical voice came alive. It was amazing. So, here's the evolution of that technique. You are a marionette doll. The string to your jaw is broken. You have your breath, your hard palate, where the peanut butter sticks, your tongue, and your upper teeth to communicate. How are you going to do it? Let's make it a game. For every consonant that you would typically need your lips or jaw, you're going to bring your tongue to your teeth. When in doubt, stick it out. Now, I like to practice what I preach, and we're going to do a song from the musical The Music Man, which is appropriate. And because we're jazz musicians, Tom Theabo, by the way, a jazz musician, we're going to take it upbeat and a little more upbeat and give it a bebop feel. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, that's a town I'm living in. If you'd like to have lots of hallucination, I have nothing so I can take the station. I'll say that in no hesitation. There's just one place stuck in my face. Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, hurts that tip at all. The Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. Now, was it perfect? No. Out of the box? Absolutely. Into the sphere? I think so. Accessible? Indeed. I really believe that if you can speak and rediscover, that vertical voice, you can sing. Now, another beautiful song from the Great American Songbook was written by Hoagy Carmichael and lyric by Johnny Mercer. Hoagy Carmichael, music, lyric Johnny Mercer. Now the story goes that Johnny Mercer wrote the words for Judy Garland because he was secretly in love with her. Now you can just imagine Johnny Mercer penning these words using the consonants of his heart. Now, am I speaking or am I singing? This is Skylark. Skylark, have you anything to say to me, singing or speaking? Won't you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed, singing or speaking with contour? Skylark, have you seen a valley green with spring, using the consonants of his heart, where my heart can go a-journeying over the shadows and the rain to a blossom-covered lane, singing or speaking? And in your lonely flight, haven't you heard the music in the night? Wonderful music, faint as a will-o'-the-wisp, crazy as a loon, sad as a gypsy, singing or speaking, serenade in the moon. Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there? Now this is just the beginning of rediscovering your melodic self. Unleash the vertical expressive self, retract that emotional ceiling. Look up and feel free to sing up. Let's get back to the basics of communication. You have it in you. Bring it out and share it with the world.